going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a Los Angeles Lakers fan. We're going to be talking about the possibility of how the Lakers can get Jarrett Allen. When talking about the Cavaliers, the Cavs have so many centers on their roster right now, and from what we're hearing, they're planning on getting rid of some. There has been so many rumors here and there, but because we don't know exactly what the Cavs are going to do, we're here to talk about the possibility of Jarrett Allen becoming available. Jarrett Allen is a 22-year-old center that has a lot of potential in the NBA, and I believe him going to the Lakers, it would be amazing. So if you're a big Lakers fan and want to know how this can happen, you're simply gonna love this video. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to Easy Buckets. My name is Soom and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about Jarrett Allen to the Lakers.
Just trying to be in the right spot. Every single team has something different that they do, like something little different that they do. And I really had to adjust. So I'm just having to figure out the little nuances of where to be.
What I truly love about Jarrett Allen is his humble and mature personality at the age of 22. If you look at Jarrett Allen's 3 years in the NBA so far, I'll be honest, it wasn't the best, especially for a player that has so much potential. After Jarrett Allen's rookie season, as he got a lot of opportunities to be the starter, the Brooklyn Nets went full NBA championship mode as they got Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and of course DeAndre Jordan. With that happening, Jarrett Allen fell behind the rotation as the backup center, which in a way slowed down Jarrett Allen's development and stopped us NBA fans from seeing how good he could be. During his rookie season, he was getting comparisons to a future Rudy Gobert, a future Clint Capella, but not getting the consistent minutes he deserves. He's not going to be able to grow. So to simply put it, it kind of sucked that DeAndre Jordan had to go to the Brooklyn Nets, because I believe Jarrett Allen could be better on the NBA radar right now if that didn't happen. And when talking about the big event that just happened, the James Harden trade, we all know that a part of this trade was Jarrett Allen being traded to the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was great to hear Jarrett Allen get out of the Brooklyn Nets situation, but how is it good if you get traded to a team where you played the exact same position as the six-man center? On the Cavaliers right now, Jarrett Allen is playing behind Andre Drummond, while Andre Drummond is their main center, their starting center. And with that fact being there, Jarrett Allen's progression is still in slow motion. I want to see Jarrett Allen in a better situation and a better opportunity because I want to see how good this guy could be. But even though Jarrett Allen is coming off the bench this season so far, he's actually putting up some great numbers. If you look at his stats, he's averaging 11.8 points per game, 9.3 rebounds, 1.6 assists, 0.5 steals, 1.8 blocks per game, shooting 67% at the field goal, and a career high of 76% at the free throw. Jarrett Allen is getting better at the free throw line. And if Jarrett Allen could be a double-double guy on a nightly basis, but be efficient on the field goal and free throw, he could actually be even better than Rudy Gobert. Which now moves me to the point of why the Cleveland Cavaliers actually might not have Jarrett Allen in their future. As of right now, when looking at the Cavs roster, they currently have 5 players that are eligible to play that center position. They have Kevin Love, of course they have Andre Drummond, they have Larry Nance Jr., who could be perfect in a small ball situation, they have JaVale McGee, and they have Jarrett Allen. With this fact being there, the Cavaliers are planning to get rid of at least one of these centers. After Jarrett Allen got traded to the Cavaliers, the biggest rumor was that Andre Drummond was going to be the center on the move, and even Kevin Love. But from what we just recently heard, the Cavaliers don't know yet if 100% they're going to focus their starting center position on Andre Drummond or Jarrett Allen. Both Andre Drummond and Jarrett Allen this offseason will be free agent. Jarrett Allen will be a restricted, while Andre Drummond will be an unrestricted. And with that fact being there, the Cavaliers have to be smart and wise with whatever they choose. In the Cavaliers' perspective, this is what they have to look into. They have to either choose Andre Drummond, who is a more established NBA player. He leads the league in rebounding. He knows the game, I would say, more than Jarrett Allen due to experience. Or they could look at Jarrett Allen, who is a young center that has a lot of potential, a little more humble when it comes to personality, and focus on him for the future. It's up to the Cavs on what they want to do. And I believe if the Cavaliers ultimately choose Andre Drummond, which is not impossible, Jarrett Allen will be on the trade block. And with him having a lot of interest from the NBA, trading Jarrett Allen would be easy. They'll be getting good return. And if this is the case, I believe the Lakers should call Cleveland and say, what do you want for Jarrett Allen? When talking about the Lakers right now, they have a record of 17-6, which puts them actually as the second seed in the Western Conference. And if the Lakers want to be the best, they have to try to get better in the areas they're lacking. When talking about the Lakers roster as an overall general aspect, they are a great team. They have offense, they have defense, but if there's one thing that I believe they can get better at, it's definitely at that rim protection. A lot of Laker fans want the Lakers to get at least one more center behind Montrezl Harrell and Marc Gasol, and if the Lakers agree, I believe Jarrett Allen would be a magnificent target as he's young and has a lot of promise, and you can actually develop him to play alongside Anthony Davis for the near future. One thing's for sure, the Cavaliers will not be buying out Jarrett Allen. His contract is just too cheap of $4 million. And that's why the Lakers, if they want Jarrett Allen, they're going to have to offer up some pretty good, enticing deals. For this video, I have 3 trade scenarios that I believe the Cavaliers might potentially be interested in if ultimately the Lakers call them for a potential trade. I do believe other NBA teams might offer better, but this is probably the best the Lakers can do. The first trade scenario is offering up Marc Gasol and their 2022 first round pick in exchange for Jarrett Allen. On the Cavaliers' perspective, they'll be getting Marc Gasol, an NBA veteran, a player that can play make and also spread the floor for the Cavaliers roster and rotation. And with most of the Cavaliers center right now all being rebounders, getting Marc Gasol to balance out the rotation wouldn't be a bad idea. But the best part of this trade is the Cavaliers getting the Lakers' first round pick next offseason. And when it comes to a first round pick in exchange for a player that'll be entering free agency and another team can possibly offer Jarrett Allen a lot of money, it might not be a bad idea. I'll be honest though, out of all 3 trade scenarios that I'm proposing, this is the most likely because I know the Cavaliers don't want Marc Gasol. But on the Lakers' perspective, I know they wouldn't mind giving up Marc Gasol. But the next trade scenario I believe is more realistic, and that's the Lakers offering up Talen Horton-Tucker and their 2023 second round pick. I believe this is a great deal for both sides, as the Cavaliers will be getting a young guard that can play the shooting guard or small forward that could just be an impactful offensive and potentially a starter going forward. Of course, getting that 2023 second round pick wouldn't be a bad idea as well. But the Cavaliers getting THT is their biggest gem and the biggest asset the Lakers can offer, as THT currently has a lot of value in the NBA. The Lakers might have to throw in Markieff Morris in that deal to make the salaries match, but who cares? You're getting Jarrett Allen, you're giving up some role players, it might just be worth it. And the third trade scenario is offering up Kyle Kuzma, Alfonso McKinney, and their 2023 second round pick once again. I believe this is also a pretty good trade package to offer the Cavaliers, as they'll be getting some young assets of Kuzma who could easily be their starter small forward and just literally be a scoring punch. As we all know, one day Kyle Kuzma could be a star player one day, he just needs a better opportunity. And getting Alfonso McKinney, who is a defender, the Cavaliers might not mind that. And of course, throwing in a second round pick just seals the deal. With Kyle Kuzma also having potential, this trade wouldn't be a bad idea. I would love to see Jarrett Allen on the Lakers. I believe if the Lakers ultimately end up getting him, he could actually start at the center position and then Montrezl Harrell come off the bench. Imagine this crazy defensive lineup of LeBron James, KCP, Wesley Matthews, or even Alex Caruso, Anthony Davis, and Jarrett Allen at the center. The Lakers will have good offense, good sharpshooters, and of course have great interior defending, which is something they need right now. But ultimately, guys, this wraps up my video for today on the possibility of how the Lakers can get Jarrett Allen. I'll be honest though, getting Jarrett Allen won't be easy, and the Lakers have to literally cross their fingers if the Cavaliers end up choosing Andre Drummond. But if this is the case where the Lakers cannot get Andre Drummond or even Jarrett Allen, getting Dwayne Dedmon wouldn't be a bad idea. Getting Hassan Whiteside wouldn't be a bad idea. I want to know which center you believe the Lakers should target. Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. But what's most important to me is I want to hear your thoughts when it comes to this Jarrett Allen trades. Are these realistic? Are these possible? Let me know what you're thinking. But other than that, take it easy. God bless. And I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!